Hello.
How are you?
One day at a time. What about yourself?
I'm good. Pretty tired. It's kind of late here, but
I hear you.
I'm good.
Where you at?
Germany,
I see you. what city?
like near Berlin, kinda.
Okay, I'm from New York.
New York, that's cool.
Are you an American born?
Huh?
Are you an American born?
American? No, I'm not American.
You are not an American?
No, not at all.
It's just you sound like an American.
Yeah, I get that a lot. I don't know why, but like, I don't know. I just have the accent, I guess.
What is your native language?
Greek.
Okay. Were you born in the States?
No, I've never been in the States at all, like in my
Really?
entire life. Yeah.
And where did you learn English?
Uh, um, in like my mom's an English teacher, but she studied in London, so she has the British accent. So that's not where the accent came from. Like that's where I know English from, but that's not like why I have an American accent.
Okay. Just the way you sound is more consistent to somebody who lived in the States for a while.
Hmm?
The way you sound is more consistent with somebody who lived in the States for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why.
I
Where are
see.
you from? You don't sound American. You sound like you're Slavic.
Well, how does an American sound like?
Well, you don't sound American. Like you sound like you have like a Slavic accent.
It doesn't mean I'm
Like,
not an American.
well, that's true, but like your heritage, like you're from somewhere else. You're
I'm just
not
messing.
like
I'm just messing with you. I'm Russian.
Russian? Okay, I would
Yes.
have guessed Polish, but okay.
Well, Russian Jew to be precise.
Russian Jew. Damn. What does your t-shirt say? Does it say Trump 2020? Make
Yes.
liberals?
Cry again.
Huh?
Make liberals cry again.
Oh, cry. Oh, it kind of okay, so don't get me wrong, but like because it's like the connection is so bad,
I
it
know.
literally like looks like make liberals gay again. That it literally I could not recry.
Well, I guess it would be almost the same thing.
Almost the same. Damn. So you're conservative.
Very conservative.
Very conservative. Okay,
Mhm.
wait, that's gonna be interesting now.
Almost
Hold
like
up.
you would. I guess you could call me an old fashioned. In my world, there
Old,
is only a man and a woman. Nothing else.
true, that is completely true. But when you say I'm very conservative, it also like has this connotation behind it that you're amongst like not liking the LGBTQ plus community, which is completely fine. I don't like him either. But like it also has other connotations to it. So you like if you don't support like the like full conservative or like every single point, don't really say I'm full conservative. Like I'm really, really conservative.
I guess
Cause
nobody's ever 100% at anything, but you lean towards one side more than another.
yeah, but like Trump, he's not leaning. He's like he's leaning out the side. Like he's completely on the side. There's no leaning there.
Although, believe it or not, in a lot of questions, he's actually pretty liberal.
You think?
Absolutely.
Wait, can you give me a second? I have to listen to an audio. Ach so, Bro, ich sag dir, ich hab's komplett vergessen. Ich hatte eigentlich gar nicht geplant, morgen. Kannst du mir bitte ganz kurz einen Gefallen tun und zur Website von der Uniklinik Mannheim gehen, beziehungsweise einfach eingeben Chirurgische Klinik Mannheim Ärzte und dann ein Screen Recording von der ganzen Website machen, wenn du so runtergehst. Das sind bestimmt so Bilder oder so, weil ich muss unbedingt den einen Namen von einem Arzt finden, ähm, zu dem ich morgen gehen muss und ich weiß nicht, wie er heißt, ich weiß nur, wie er aussieht. Und ich kann die Website irgendwie nicht öffnen. Ich habe es über mein Handy gemacht, mein Laptop, Handy meines Vaters, meiner Mutter, geht nicht. Okay, sorry. Um,
I only know a couple words in German. You know what's
well, I
my
don't know Russian.
you know what's my favorite? I heard it a while ago. You want to hear it?
Sure.
Achtung, Achtung, russischen Soldaten marschen auf Berlin.
That's amazing. So what else? So you don't like gays. What else?
I never said that.
If you say conservative, only men and women kind of like
Well,
implicate that. I mean, I could be wrong. I
that's a
could be
connection
wrong.
that you made. I just said that I support traditional family.
Yeah. So what else?
In reference to,
In reference to being conservative, what else is like you don't support abortions, you don't like
well,
foreigners.
First of all, as far as foreigners, technically, I'm a foreigner myself.
No, that's why I'm asking. No, I'm just like this is like the whole like I'm just saying like the main points of a conservative party are not liking foreigners, not being like pro-abortion, like pro-choice, really kind of like holding up those traditional values of a household, like women should stay home, man
No,
should
not at
work.
all. I actually love when women make a career. It just
Yeah, no,
is.
that's why I'm asking. That's why I'm asking. That's just like the concern, because you said you're very old-fashioned, and that's what everybody thinks of when they hear old-fashioned conservative.
But that's
That's
an
what I
assumption.
was asking. That's just what I was asking about. Like what else?
All those things
Except
are nothing more than assumptions. First of
well,
all,
they're not.
as as far as foreigners, technically, I'm an immigrant. Well, not even technically, I am an immigrant. It's just somebody who became a U.S.
Yeah, you
citizen.
are.
So I'm completely for immigration. The only thing is, it has to be a legal immigration. And if you a criminal, if you a gang member, if you somebody who's bringing diseases, if you're not bringing anything positive to American society or any society to say the least, you should not be allowed into the country. So I'm not for uncontrolled pouring into people, bringing in their diseases, their criminal activity. I'm for legal control immigration of any law abiding people.
That's valid. Okay, continue.
What else? Ask a question, I'll try to answer my best.
What about abortions?
Abortion, I think a lot of politicians involve themselves into it without having enough medical knowledge. I believe it should be more to medical professionals, not a politicians, because,
No, but like, what's your opinion on it? Not a medical one, yours.
well, not being a medical professional, it's hard for me to have a particular opinion because every case is so different and we cannot paint every single case with the same paintbrush because everything is so different, every case is so different that it's hard to
I get what you
apply
mean.
the same the same law.
I know what you mean. And I like, for example, if like abortion stuff is your uses like birth control or something, Julie's like, okay, yeah, let's do a quickie and then you get an abortion. That's bad. Okay. But like every case is different, but still this if you like if you like actually register a law somewhere and like put it out, it has to apply to every single case. Cause medical stuff, it's not like it shouldn't be like a privilege. Like if you allow it to one thing, you also have to allow it to the other. Like there's no in between. It's not like jail time or something where you like go to prison for like 10 years if you killed someone, but like 5 years if you robbed someone. There's like it's either you allow it or you don't. There's no in between that.
Well, I'll look at it like this. You have so many different instances why somebody does not want a child, and it also greatly depends on the length of pregnancy. It's just, to me, terminating pregnancy on a second week is way different than terminating pregnancy on the seventh month. There is a huge difference.
You can't even terminate a pregnancy in the 7th month. You can't do that. It's not humanly possible to do it.
Well, I guess, see, I'm not a medical professional, so I'm not gonna go into details of the field where I'm not an expert.
Okay, okay. No, that's fine. That's completely fine. No, just like after like the 4th month, the child, like the fetus actually starts to develop and like it grows and like into an actual human body, and that's where you can't just like, because an abortion is just literally sucking it out. You can't just suck it out. It's like a child in there now. You can't. You literally have to cut someone open to do that.
So to me, I'm not a big fan of abortion. I don't think, however, it should be totally banned. There are situations where, let's say, mother is unable to provide for a child
Hmm.
that is not born yet, so she's thinking about doing an abortion. There should be some kind of a program where they say, you know what, you can give away your child, and let's say there is a good family that's unable to have a children, and there's a good background checks of a family, and they're willing to take the child, raise the child, as long as you don't kill the child. But once again, there are so many intricate
Yeah, yeah.
details and so
I
many
get what you
different
mean. Yeah.
facts that it's hard to just paint everything with the same brush.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean.
I generally do not support abortion, but I think there are cases that do call for, reasonable abortion cases.
All right. Okay.
Anything else?
No, not really. I was just intrigued by the t-shirt. That's why I was asking.
I generally support his view on politics. I think he is the only president who actually supports a regular American, not corporations and not somebody sitting in the high offices. I believe he's pretty pro American, which I love. Obviously, he's not perfect, but in comparison with many
Yeah,
others,
obviously.
he's way different and way better, to say the least.
Well, meh. But like the thing about like the camp, like the political, like when you're like running for office right now, it's just like it literally it there's no good. It's like there's bad and there's worse. It's no like there's no actual choice where you're like, yep, that's good. That's 100% good. It's just like you either pick this and this is like really, really bad, or you pick this. This is even fucking worse. You're like there's no in between that.
Well, I'll give you two interesting facts about Trump. Trump
Sure.
is the only US president in probably the last 100 years who, after his presidency, not only he didn't multiply his wealth, he actually lost about $1 billion. So he came into power in 16 with about $4 billion in capital. But after the office, he left with about $3 billion. All other US presidents at least tripled their wealth during the presidency. That's fact number one. And fact number two is he is the only US president whose ancestors did not have slaves. And that would include Obama.
How would you prove that? There's literally absolutely no way that you could prove that. No
Well,
way. No
they
history.
went pretty deep into roots of every president.
Even roots, slaves back then, it could be like a secret thing. That's not a fact. That's a speculation. A fact is like a pure historical fact. Like for example, the World War II happened. Hitler was like Hitler was against Jews. That's a fact. Saying
Well,
he didn't have his family didn't own slaves, really not a fact. Doesn't even matter. Doesn't even matter because like almost like half like American citizens are not like probably like their ancestors fucking colonized the country. No, it doesn't matter if what your ancestors did as long as you don't do anything stupid. Which you can't really say he's not the best man ever, but like he did some pretty stupid shit, said some pretty stupid shit. But honestly, it's kind of like ridiculous the whole campaign. Have you seen the presidential debate?
I've seen it.
It it looks like a bunch like two 5-year-olds are fighting. It literally there's no seriousness, there's no actual adult conversations at all. Biden looks like a grandpa about to fucking die. Trump, he's in his own world. I don't know what he's doing. Um it's just so confusing. There's really no good side in American
Okay.
politics.
As far as not being able to prove whether his lineage had slaves or not, even though a lot of historical facts cannot be proven to 100-degree certainty, meaning there was no video camera attached to somebody's forehead 24/7, sometimes it's what's called the preponderance of an evidence, meaning there is something is highly likely that it did happen, then it didn't happen, even
I
though
know
there
what
is
you
no
mean.
100%
I know what it is.
proof. So, with a lot of other US presidents, it's extremely likely that the ancestors had slaves, whereas with him, it's extremely unlikely. And trust me, they dug really deep under him because his lineage came relatively late to this country. He is, I believe, mostly of like English Germanic descent, so he was not like one of the very early people that were here from 16 1700s. His ancestors came a little bit later to United States, and they were mostly into business. And his ancestors were also known that they would hire everybody, even parents and grandparents of Trump. They were mostly into business, and they were one of the few people known to hire not just whites and particular whites, but they would hire anybody who is actually qualified for the job. So they were not really looking for a race. They were looking for your skills and ability to do the job, not strictly color of your skin or how your eyes look like. And that's what I admire about him. He's not an easy guy to be around with, but he does appreciate if you're competent, if you know how to do your job and you work hard.
All right.
And I've seen a lot of interviews from people that work, in the Trump's house, in his mansion, and a lot of people say that he's really hard on you. He requests a lot, and you really have to work your ass off when you're employed by him. At the same time, he pays really well. He has a lot of benefits, and also, if you really go beyond above and beyond, he, after, let's say, you serve him for 10, 15, 20 years, he might call you in his office one day and say, you know what, I'm just curious. Do you have a house? Yeah. Are you paying mortgage? Yeah. You know what? You've been breaking your ass working for me for X amount of years. I really appreciate it. You know what? I'm going to pay up that house. And he's actually known to do that for people that work really hard, even though he's pretty demanding.
Damn, damn.
Nobody said that he's a nice, pleasing guy. But if he demands a
No,
lot,
he's a politician. No politician is a nice, pleasing guy. The
but
only
you,
thing, the, the only thing that's actually like that I 100% like about Trump is that he does not hide the fact that he's not a good man. He does not hide the fact that he can literally say the dumbest shit. He does it with pride, and I admire that. Biden, on the other hand, he tries to act nice. He tries to like get into people's heads, tries to like say something, cover up things. Trump literally lays it all out. He says, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna do this. Sometimes I am racist as shit. Sometimes I am misogynistic as fuck. At least you know what you're getting into with him. At least you 100% know the truth behind what his intentions are." Biden's? No. You think that you vote for a nice guy and then you get like the biggest asshole, incompetent grandpa ever.
I've actually, as much as I listen to Trump, I've never heard him saying anything that was actually truly racist.
Oh no, there's been instances.
No.
There's been an interview. You look up an interview in 2017. I think that was 2017. I don't know which one it was, but it was definitely one from 2017 or 2018, where he's like in a big, not stadium, but like a big arena kind of. Um, yeah, he said some interesting things about Mexicans, about blacks, about uh Asians.
Well, a couple of facts. Did you know that under his presidency,
You
unemployment?
don't have to you don't have to like convince me of Trump. I don't even live in the States.
I
That
understand,
I don't
but I want to present you with the fact that during his presidency, there was a lowest unemployment of African Americans. So if you actually trying to do things to hurt, let's say, black people, in some case that would be visible. But when you try to provide for all Americans, and it also greatly benefits African Americans, not much of a racism. Maybe inappropriate jokes, possibly, but they also accuse him of anti Semitism, saying that he doesn't like Jews. Whereas his daughter accepted Judaism and his son in law is Jewish. And though they are part of his family that he loves greatly.
You don't have to convince me. I literally could not care less about Trump.
Well,
Well, it
so
was nice talking to you. Thank you for
absolutely.
sharing your opinion. All
Same
right,
same here.
you have a nice life.
You too. Have a good night. Bye
Bye.
bye.